Alright everyone, listen up. This is the sub-vet. First off, thank you for all the prayers that you gave me to get through this surgery. It's not even been a week yet. Well, tomorrow it'll be a week. But look at me, it was a pretty big surgery and I'm up, moving around. That's because of you. There's a creator above. And I know there's a lot of reasons not to believe in it, but it just is what it is. And the more you're able to come to that reality, the better your life's gonna work out. There's a thing called social contracts. It's a big word for some of you. A lot of meaning. Heck, I'm still learning about myself. But it's simply, in small terms, it's a subset of rules at different times and parts of history where humans are able to collectively work together to get through the day, to show up to work the next day, to feed and take care of themselves and their families. Once in a while, and in different inflections and points, which we're coming on to an inflection point in history now, you get through this trough where it gets really hard and then it breaks wide open again. And it's usually when social contracts of an existing system start to break down. They're breaking down all around us right now. You know, conspiracies. Well, the reason there's conspiracies is because there's always a little bit of truth in each one of them. Some of them have more truth, depending on how much you can research and get around what's distractions and really is facts. But it's just all part of that system I was telling you with social contracts. Because of podcasting and YouTube, it's a paradigm, which is a recent phenomenon, that has enabled people that seem to have time on their hands to really dig into some of these things. And they're able to take things into history and try to prove or disprove if they really happened or not. And more, how those are starting to break down for people. Like the moon, that's my favorite one. Did we really go to the moon? Well, it's a fun topic, and I've experimented with it, because when you bring it up now, a lot of people all of a sudden are on board saying we didn't go to the moon. Well, we went to the moon, that's one. But there's other ones, you know, it could be 9/11, it could be JFK, it could be dozens, even hundreds of them, depending on which ones you want to look at. But like I said, there's always some truth to the deception. But since those things are starting to break down because of the good work that people are doing, trying to get into some of these conspiracies, these social contract systems are starting to break down, along with a horrible economy, the influx of immigration into this country. But here's the thing. The more you want to believe that there's a creator above that created this world and you, that's the thing that they're not counting on. People like, and even our own government and other governments over history, they've studied this. That's why these stories are still around. Whether it's Jewish or Muhammad or Buddha or Jesus Christ, which is the one I believe in. These systems have been around for a long time. If there was a way to disprove it, they would have done it. But there's a lot of good in religion, because whether you believe it or not, it's part of those social contract systems, and governments like it to keep people in line. So, this is just a message of hope out there. You guys keep doing what you're doing out there. Forgive each other. The hardest thing is to forgive yourself. Love your family and friends and cherish every second of the day. We'll get through this together. You know, for me, and when I believe in my faith, I'm hoping Jesus Christ shows up tomorrow. That would be great. But history says, you know, people have expected him, especially in our faith, In the last few hundred years of inception, we've expected him to come back, and he hasn't shown up. I have faith. Faith is a big part of what gets you through with that creative force I'm talking about. That it's going to work out. We will get through this inflection point together. So you have to have faith. It'll work out. Yeah, a lot of bad things and messy things is going to happen. That's because this world sucks. And the more you experiment religion, part of that forgiving yourself is, yes, we're all hypocrites. We've all done things we don't like. That's what gets back to hardest thing is you got to learn to forgive yourself. Keep helping each other out. Serve your fellow man or woman. Always try to do the next right thing. And as we come into the summer months, let's enjoy the peace while we have it. Things will get better. You know, like I said, they'll get worse for a while. But things are going to get better. You need to know that. Thanks again for all the prayers out there. I'm getting better, even though it's hard to talk and breathe, but I'm going to get better. But thank you again. This is the Sub Vet, and you have a fine Navy day.